Okay, we headed to Arkansas to the Delta Waterfowl banquet there in Little Rock, Arkansas. So I'm headed right now. We're headed right now to pick up Billy, pick him up, and we'll be headed this way. We got Axel loaded. He's all excited. They're gonna have a few of his friends there as well. So it's gonna be a great time, and looking forward to it. All right, Billy, let's go.
You're on my team?
Yeah.
Oh God.
You gotta have a handicap, don't you?
Oh, we hanging out having a big time at the Realtree booth. We're gonna be right behind us on a duck hunter stage, man. Talking public land duck hunting here at the Delta Waterfowl event. Man, just to be able to represent the great sport of public land duck hunting at an event like this with great folks like Realtree and Delta Waterfowl, man, we're super fired up to be here.
Oh, you're in trouble.
Oh, man.
Oh, come on, send one over the top, baby. Let's go. Oh, that a girl. Hey, where's that at, Andrew?
He plays this cornhole all the time. I got a real job. He gets to play all the time, so you can see the results of getting to play all the time in a working man.
You see his toes covered up. Oh, he hit the Hey, that was good. He whooping your tail. Look at this. You feeling the pressure now. Hey, I'm taking applications.
You don't even have to have a layout blind. You could probably just hunt just like that and set right out. And actually, if you didn't use a layout blind and you just wanted to hunt like this, you'd probably have better success because a lot of birds just learn those layout blinds a lot.
Yeah, and they also cause some huge shadow.
Start shiring away. This right here, you can actually just lay down, wrap yourself with some decoys, put your spread out in front, and then you can go to work. The camo to me is very important. And I basically what I do most of the time is what I do is when I'm trying to look around, and the birds are very, very comfortable coming in. All of a sudden they're picking up and they're flying out. The key thing for me is I'll do a little trick I like to do is I go out there and I'm acting like I'm moving decoys. First thing I want to do is look back at my crowd and see what's wrong, find it. Because ducks don't flare off decoys. Arkansas is a proven state to prove that. They always put decoys out at the beginning of the year. Just talked to a gentleman earlier yesterday. They put out 12,000 decoys for their blinds. So decoys are out all year. So that's just proof that decoys do not flare ducks. We do. So something is out of place, and normally it's us. And like he said earlier, shadows is a big deal to me. Bluebird day, you're standing on the sunny side of the tree. That's a no-no for me. I want you on the shady side of the tree.
Even your dog set up over.
Even a dog. I see a lot of guys that put their dog up front because they want to make sure they get the retrieve. Basically, I put my dog up front, but I put him 2 or 3 trees deep. He can still see.
And we couldn't get through this event without stopping by the Federal booth, because you know we like to shoot that Federal black cloud. It is big. I mean, y'all thought I was small. This box made me look even smaller, right? This is big. Federal black cloud is big for us all season long. At the end of the day, there's a lot of fancy stuff you could talk about. I probably wouldn't understand it, but it means more dead ducks for us. We don't like chasing cripples. We don't want dogs chasing cripples. We want everybody back in the trees so we can get back to shooting ducks. This stuff right here does the work.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my grandfather.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Stay out of trouble, boys.
All right.
Got it? All right. Birds of the air. There's your ducks.
Yes, sir.
Watch.
Yeah.
That voice told him. God's talking. Get up, Peter. Kill and eat. It's biblical.
Yeah. I don't got nothing to read a sign. I just want to shake your hand.
Good to see you, dude.
Good to meet you.
He's tagging in the inside right there.
When I get home, I'm going to get back to New Channel Live.
Well, I hope one day I get to come meet you in this cave. Yes.
One of the good and bad things about public ground is you don't know who you're going to run into today. But I can promise you this, you're going to run into a lot of different people. They ain't all going to act the way they're supposed to. I can't control them. Hey, I look small. Dynamite comes in small packages. I can control a lot of things. But I can't control the way he acts. I can control the way I act. He can control the way he acts. You big boys, hey, I ain't afraid to tango with you, but y'all gonna need to control the way you act. And when I talk about loving your neighbor, you're gonna run into a lot of different people on public ground. Dennis and I have been doing this for a long time. There is nothing better, and y'all understand this, whether it be at work, with your kids, there is nothing more valuable than relationships. And building relationships with different people. Dennis and I have been blessed. We finally decided, look, there's this line. Mallards are super lazy birds. if they got food and women, as bad as that sound like, they ain't moving very far. They ain't got to. Every year it seemed like that line where they get to, it's a little further north of where we live. So we find ourselves traveling a little more and a little more. And we visit all these great states. We run into all these great people. And we build all these great relationships. This guy likes winning more than anybody I've ever met in my life. It's unfortunate that I whoop him at so many things. Duck hunting's not one of those, but he's also a very great man. I can't tell you how many times we first to a lot of holes. But just like you guys and just like everybody else that hunts public ground, you're going to get your tail whooped a lot. And to watch this guy over the years shake hands, tell them boys how great a job they did getting that hole, and tell them to their face, I hope you hammer on them all morning long. And I'm not talking about sliding 40 yards down the road. I'm working back to number 5 of being prepared. He going to have a plan B, and it ain't going to be walk and shoot swing birds. It's going to be you drag all that gear back to the boat, you get in it, and we go into that other hole. That's it. We ain't hunting nowhere around here. And I've seen him do it for years, and I've seen it pay off for years. Not only in people you meet. I want to tell you this quick story. We did another deal like this earlier this year, and it was during turkey season, and we're towards West Texas, and old boy walks up and says, hey man, do y'all like turkey hunting? Well, yeah. Old boy says, I got a great spot. I'd like to invite you guys. We could go this weekend. I'm like, man, I'm not killing turkeys in your spot. That's not how we roll. I appreciate the invite. I'm very thankful for that. He said, no, you don't understand. You don't know me. He told me his name. He said, 8 years ago, we were hunting flooded timber, and we drove in on you. And you guys invited us to hunt with you. We ended up going down the road, but I'll never forget that minute. You guys could have done a number of things, but the first thing out of your mouth was, hey, it's just us. You come on in here and jump in with us. 8 years later, I never knew the guy, didn't remember his face. 8 years later, that man shows up and invites me to go kill a turkey with him. And look, we don't do what we do for invites like that. But if I know that there's a lot of different directions you can go in your life, but if you know you're doing things in a manner, did that guy come up and say how much an impact that has? Like I said, you can only control what you do. That was a big moment for me, and it's a testament to the way this guy does things.